Right, come on Johnny, we're going to go and do a bit of gapping. Follow me. That's not so good out here, Johnny, is it? A little bit wet, as you can see. We've had quite a bit of rain today. We want to do some wedge gapping, so it's a good job we've got our indoor studio. Let's go. This way. As we're going into our indoor studio, we are passing our fantastic shoe wall. Look at that, greatest selection of shoes on the Fylde Coast. Come through into the studio. So, with it being a little bit wet out there, I'm going to do my gapping session in the studio today. The gapping session, that's basically understanding how far I hit my clubs, and I'm going to gap my wedges. First of all, I'm going to hit a couple of 9-iron shots and establish how far my 9-iron goes. Nice and dry in here. Obviously no rain through here, nice warm comfy seats to sit on. We'll even make you a cup of nice latte as well. Latte, brilliant. Right. Okay, so that's a 9-iron. Yardage we're going to get from the 9-iron, hopefully around about 140. It's on 144 yards, Johnny, that. Pitching wedge. They are quite strong, these. These are Nike VRS irons. Pretty powerful, certainly one of our best sellers this year. This is a pitching wedge. Oh, that's a long wedge that, Johnny. Hopefully around about 130 yards. Or 135, so my 9-iron, 144. Pitching wedge, 135. Now my sand wedge. This is again a Nike VR Pro sand wedge. See how far this goes. Yeah, another good strike. Well, that's interesting. Quite a big gap here by the looks of things. 100 yards. So my 9-iron, 144. Pitching wedge, 135. Sand wedge, 100 yards. I'm sure that happens to quite a few of you, and you think, well, I've got to hit my sand wedge a bit harder or my pitching wedge a bit softer. But now, because these Nike VRS irons are so strong, we've got to put in what we'd call a gap wedge. So I'm going to just hit a gap wedge now. So this is a 52-degree gap wedge. I'm aiming really here for about 115 to 120 yards to cover the gap between my pitching wedge and my sand wedge. So we're aiming for about 115, 120 yards. Got 119 yards. Perfect gapping there. So if many of you are finding that your pitching wedge goes too far and your sand wedge is too short, why don't you come and spend a bit of time with us in the studio? We'll do a nice little gapping session, find out something that gives you the exact numbers, exact information for that yardage. Especially on a day like today when it's so wet and miserable outside, we've got a perfect indoor facility to work on your game.